Okay, so let's flip this around. Let's flip it. Let's flip it.
That's
there you go. Flip it. Who is a highly coveted fantasy player who is going to tank? He's gonna suck. He's gonna drop off the face of the earth, and ruin somebody's great fantasy year, like Joe Mauer did to Aldo. Remember that guy? Yeah.
Wow, you know, I actually didn't even really think about who this possibly could be. I don't know. Let me think a little bit about that.
Yeah,
we'll come back to you.
I'm going to drop some knowledge. I don't want to ruin this, but it's really because I want to draft him. Ryan Braun's going to suck this year. Don't take him. Yeah, he's still suspended for steroids, right? Ryan Braun? Yeah. Oh, anyway, I really think that my biggest one is a fairly early draftee. Not super early, but early enough. It's Matt Holliday. I think he's been great for so long. He's been solid. He went from his great hitters park of Colorado to the cave in Oakland and disappeared off the face of the earth for a year before the Cardinals rescued him. Granted, you know, he went to the Cardinals. He was rejuvenated. You know, Albert Pujols protecting you in the lineup seems pretty good. Last year, he was solid again. This year, Pujols is gone, replaced by Carlos Beltran. Beltran is an Albert Pujols, and Berkman is not as Lance Berkman-y as he was last year. Big Fat Puma could easily go back to being Big Fat Puma. David Freese is not an MVP. Holliday will have no one on base in front of him. Who leads off for the Cardinals? Ryan Terrio? Is he on that team? Anyway, no leadoff men, no two-hole hitter, and questionable protection. I don't think Matt Holliday does it this year. I don't think he has the ribbies. I don't think he's going to have the average. He's going to get garbage pitches. I think he's not worth his pick.
Good points, as well as you always have them. I'm going to go with first baseman in general. I tend to wait probably longer than I should. I never seem to have a perennial first baseman. That's because I think there's always like 17 of them who do really well. Now, we're going back to home runs, not just total bases, so maybe I need to do a little more homework. But I feel I'm not going to draft a guy like Adrian Gonzalez, who's going to be a monster, I think. But I'm not going to draft him in round 1 when you've got a guy like Teixeira in round 2 or 3. But you know what? I'm going to hate less on Agon than I'm going to hate on Teixeira himself. I think there's no reason to draft a guy like Teixeira when you could probably find a first baseman in like the 7th or 8th round, like Michael Morse or somebody like that. And you'd be surprised how similar those numbers are. Actually, there's a fantasy article that just compared those two, and I was like, really? It's kind of ridiculous. I think it's one of those guys. But
someone
anyway.
call Paul Konerko.
Oh yeah, him too, by the way.
He might be higher than Teixeira.
He might be higher than
out there.
He might perform better, but will be picked lesser, of course.
And he's less handsome.
You know. And but who knows? This, of course, will be the year that Teixeira is the monster and make me look stupid. So there you have it. Okay, I think we've already run long enough. I apologize to. Oh, that's right.
When you said first baseman, I was thinking on that line, and I caution any fantasy player to, or any person that's playing fantasy with Ryan Howard. That man is getting older. He is coming off an injury. They don't know exactly how good he's going to be, and with the injury that he had, he might not be able to be conditioning himself right enough to come into the season and providing that stability, at first base, being the power man that he is for Philadelphia. So that's someone that, while we got to see a lot from him over the years, I think injuries are starting to creep up on him, and it's definitely going to hurt him in the first half of this season. So don't expect big things from Ryan Howard.
Well said. I hate Ryan Howard as well, actually. I should have thought of him. So, so sorry. Thank you for reminding me to come back to that. But like I was saying, I think we've run a little long, probably longer than we wanted to. That's not true. We want to run longer than this. We know half of you are not watching anymore, and so we're doing this for our own amusement. In that case,
sure.
I hate you.
Factually correct. Shut the fuck up.
I hate you. Just wait till this camera's off. I'm gonna rot. No, I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say. That's too. No, never mind. I'm just not even gonna go there. Hide your kids, hide your wives. Okay, so. Okay, we'll just go last statement, closing statement, anything you want to partake to the fantasy community. Closing statement, bold prediction, anything you want, go, Dan.
Cubs win the World Series? Start Starlin Castro MVP, and Soriano hits 67 home runs.
Oh God. Okay.
Well, he's got like 9 or something in spring
I
training, right?
never ask you anything ever.
Maybe 6. He's on pace.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a chance to rebuttal your own little fiasco here, CJ.
Well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have already thought about this, but you know, as I think about what the Marlins now have, including their acquisitions, you know, they're a possible candidate to not only win their division, but you know, maybe even make it to the championship series to try to make it to the World Series. I think the National League is as weak as it's ever been, and you know, or at least been in a while. And with them stacking up their team the way they did, they spent a lot of money. You could see something good out of them. Especially, even though Philadelphia has great pitching, I'm really concerned about their hitting, which we did see against the Cardinals in the playoffs last year. So,
God, you know my surprise prediction? This is horrible. I bet Francisco Liriano wins the AL Cy Young Award this year. I think he's tipping pitches, and he's not anymore. His Ks are up huge.
You're done.
It's his year.
You're cut off.
Draft him high.
You're done. You know, put that in your head.
Oh.
No, don't do that. Actually.
Draft him high.
All right, you're done. You are ridiculous.
It's truth.
I try to ask you a serious question. I don't know what to leave you with.
I'll be on my team.
I will leave you with a closing statement. I am the chief. I am the LM. And I don't say that. I say that only that I'm here to help and support you. Please don't lose my number. Don't lose my email. Anything you're wondering about, let me know. Dan's always going to be around. CJ's going to be around. Oscar, the professor is always going to be around. Let us know. Bold statement, bold predictions. I don't know. Is it a bold prediction to say I'm going to win the fantasy title this year at this point? Is it a bold statement for you to say I'm not going to win it? You guys need to keep up.
You will do 0 trades this year.
Oh, that would be a bold statement, and I would hang myself, I think. You know what? The community knows. You know, I give great trades all the time. I don't know what you're talking about. Me and you especially, buddy. But no, you know what? I'm just going to leave it with thanks everybody for watching this insanely long video. Thanks for coming back. I'm looking forward to this league this year. I always do. We have really fun with all the fantasy sports. This one is no different. So thanks, CJ.
thank you for having me.
Thanks, Thunder Dan.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
This is the Chief signing off. Good luck. Talk to you later.